right. Thanks everybody for joining Clearwater Fangirl Unplugged tonight. We are so excited to have a very special guest, the one, the only Addie Jannetty. She is an artist. She is a wonderful lady, and she is the wife of wrestling legend, the rocker himself, Marty Jannetty, and we are so excited to talk to her tonight. So thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm so excited. I've followed your page on Facebook for about a year now, and you got a lot of fun stuff out there.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. So, I don't know where to start. I have so many questions. So, you're from Hawaii?
Yes, ma'am. From born and raised in Hawaii in Evan Beach. That's the opposite side of Pearl Harbor, basically on the west side. So I
Were,
moved to
were
Georgia
you,
as a punishment when I was in high
oh,
school. I was a naughty girl.
were you, oh, really? Were you part of a military family? Did your dad get transferred
No,
or
ma'am.
something? No?
My dad did work for Pearl Harbor, but he was just civil service. He was in the Marines when he was younger, but not outside when I was born.
So you're a native Hawaiian. That must be
Yes.
awesome. Do you miss it?
I do miss it, but it's so much of a reminder why I'm so happy to be in Georgia. Because each
Really?
time I go home and go to the grocery store, it's like, oh my God, how can bread be $10?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear ya. I hear ya. So, so you didn't meet Marty in Hawaii. You met
No,
him after you relocated?
I yes, I actually saw him wrestle for the first time when I think I was 8 years old. My dad took us to the Neil Blaisdell Arena. And the funny part is he still has the program from that event. I'm like, no way, I was there. And he would just kind of giggle about it. But yep, born and raised in Hawaii. Um, I met Marty 26 years ago, but we've always remained friends. So every time he comes to town, when he lived out of town and he was visiting his family, he would call me up and I would be his designated driver. And my late husband and him was friends. So anytime there was a pay-per-view or anything, he would come over and watch it with us. So
So that
it's
is
pretty
really
awesome.
cool. So when you first met Marty, you said that you met him at the place where you were working?
Right,
Wh- wh-
Coach's Corner.
Yeah, I mean, was that the first time you had met him? Or
Yes, in person, yes.
what was it like? I mean, as a fangirl, I'd love to know. Like, you see Marty Jannetty sitting in your station or sitting at your bar?
It didn't even phase me because my family is royalty in Hawaii, and I don't know if you ever watched Aquaman. Jason
Yes.
Momoa is my cousin. So
Oh, that's great.
celebrities and whatnot doesn't really
Right.
phase me. So yeah, it was just pretty cool. He tried to slide me a little autograph on a bar napkin. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's so cool. That's so cool. So you guys have been friends for years, right? I
Yes.
mean, I guess it evolved. Like,
Hmm.
were you, did it just seem natural when it's like, okay, it's time to get married? Or did he like spring it on you? Like, I want to marry you. Let's do
No,
this.
it was just a, you know mutual agreement, and we're like, look, this we're already here. Let's just make it official. So
That's
it's no
great.
big deal. I mean, we're still the best of friends, so it's like it's natural.
That's great. So I got to see the video of your wedding, which was amazing, by the way. And
Hmm.
Missy, Missy Beefcake, she presided over the
Hmm.
wedding, right?
I love
Um,
her.
yeah, she's awesome. So, as a fan, your dad took you to matches and things. What was
Hmm.
going through your mind? Did it register with you, like the fangirl inside you is like, okay, I'm standing here, I'm marrying Marty Jannetty. Brutus, the Barber Beefcake's wife, is presiding over the ceremony. Is this really
And
happening?
Brutus
How
was
did
the videographer. Brutus was the video
that's
and
awesome.
photographer. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, did it
But no,
seem
it didn't
surreal?
phase me. It didn't phase me at all. It was just like another every, just another day. And it didn't hit me until we were in Las Vegas and we were collecting our baggage at baggage claim, and we just got swarmed by fans.
Really?
And I was like, oh my, is this really happening? Like, seriously? That's when it all hit me. I started crying. I was like, this is no way, I was crying more because we were both having a lot of health issues at the time. And he could barely walk. I could barely stand up straight. And I'm thinking, when I was meeting all the wrestlers and whatnot, for my website back in the day, doing interviews, it's like I respected that boundary. Like if they don't look like they're having a good day, don't hound them. But
Right.
it was just my whole earth just moved from out from under me, basically. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm struggling to stand up straight and hold on to him. And he's just flipped a switch, put a smile on his face. Hey man, how you doing? It was more touching to me that he was able to flip that switch. Because
Yeah.
me, if that was me, the roles were reversed, I'd be looking at them like, I appreciate it, but I do need to get to my hotel as fast as possible.
He does seem just like the nicest, warmest, guy
He is. He's a
and
big
a
teddy bear.
professional. I
Hmm.
mean, but at the same time, I agree with you. I mean, as a fan, I, if you're off the clock, you're off the clock.
Right.
I don't want to bother you when you're at CVS trying to, pick up your medication and things like that. Growing up in Clearwater, we saw, you know, a lot of
Hmm.
wrestlers around, and you just
Right.
look, the locals didn't bother them. They just kind of let them live their life. So,
Let me tell
but
you a little story about growing up and being a fangirl. Growing up, my dad, like I said, I was born and raised in Hawaii, Native American, I mean, Native Hawaiian. My dad used to be one of the original Waikiki Beach Boys. So
okay,
anytime there was any events in Hawaii, on their off time, they want to go to the beach. They would go see my dad. And my parents got divorced when I was 7 years old. So my dad got custody of me and my brother. And I remember swimming at the beach in Waikiki, and my dad was working, and he walked over down the sand towards the beach. He's like, Addie girl, come here, come here. I want you to meet my friend. I was like, 7, 8 years old, playing in the beach, swimming. Why do I want to come out of the water and meet your friend? You know? So I got up out of the water and I kind of plopped my butt down in the sand and crossed my arms and just looking at the ocean because I was, protesting. I didn't want to get out of the water. And I hear a booming voice from behind me. Addie girl, you better apologize to your father. And I turned around. I saw kneecaps. And I kept looking up and up and up and up and up, and there was Don Morocco.
oh my gosh,
I'm like, I'm
wow,
sorry, Daddy. I'm so sorry.
oh my
Yeah,
goodness. Well,
that
that's
was a lesson
great.
learned. Never to show my ass at the beach. You don't know who's there.
That I mean, yeah, I get it. I get it. So,
But I swear, looking up to Don Morocco, he was till this day, as no matter what, seeing him at that age, in my eyes, he was bigger than Andre the Giant because I kept looking up and up and up. And it was like, holy cow, this is the guy that beats people up. And ever since then, my dad would take us to every match and that came to town. And we have a lot of celebrity friends in Hawaii. So it was fun.
yeah, it sounds like it. So you've been like basically a lifelong fan, right? And you,
Yes.
you said the first time you saw Marty wrestle was when you were 8.
Yes.
What promotion was he with at the time?
I think it was my Via's Rocky's,
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
Brock's grandparents. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was that one.
Oh, wow, that's really cool. That's really
Hmm.
cool. So,
I gotta find that pamphlet, the program booklet that they had.
yeah,
Jimmy
I'd love to
Superfly
see it.
Snuka. Jimmy Superfly Snuka was the main event in a barbed wire match, And I'm standing there. My dad had us like right there in the front row and just watching all this blood and gore. It's like, ugh, gross. But, slowly I warmed up to it. But it was a brutal match. As I can
Oh,
remember
it
that blood was
sounds like it.
everywhere.
Yeah, they were tough back then, right?
Hmm.
So, do you still watch wrestling?
Not really. I mean, several years ago with my website, I used to have three different VCRs running to record all the programs, and I would watch them religiously. But the last 5 years, I canceled the WWE subscription. I just kind of walked away from it.
There's so
But
many
every once
now.
in a while, yeah, once in a while, Marty will, he records everything. So I can go back and watch it, but I don't make the time to watch it.
Well, for me, I mean, yeah, we've added all the subscriptions that we needed to add, the Netflix and
Hmm.
ESPN and everything. And I do watch WWE. It's not that I don't like AEW when I watch it. I mean, there's some good talent there, but I'm tired. Like, there's so many wrestling shows now. Like, when I was
Hmm.
growing up, it was like there would be WWE main event or Saturday night main event
Hmm.
or whatever, and it would be on Saturday, and then you had the WCW. But for some
Nitro
reason,
and
yeah. But now I just can't handle all that. I can't handle all the different. Like I can watch WWE. I can watch SmackDown. I can watch Raw, and I can watch the premium live events. But I can't watch everybody anymore.
everybody,
Like
yeah,
I can't because I'd be watching wrestling all the time, right?
all day, every day. But
And
yeah,
I,
this house, it's more like football, basketball, sports. And
yeah,
because he records everything, we'll find time to squeeze a few matches in on wrestling, but most of the time we're watching sports
yeah, yeah. Um, he was he a football
or
player?
Fox News. Yes, he used to be a football player. I mean, he was very well rounded, all around
Yeah,
sports,
just an athlete
not hockey,
altogether.
but complete athlete. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Now I was just wondering when you do watch matches with Marty, because I've watched matches with wrestlers before, right? And
Mhm.
the whole time they're like cringing, like, oh, they messed that up, or oh, that could have been catastrophic, or oh no, that's not how you do it, or that high
Right.
spot was totally unnecessary. I mean, does he do that when he's
Right.
watching? Is it hard for him?
Not really.
No?
He's just he'll watch it. He doesn't really critique any of the work because he knows how much
How hard
talent
it
you need
is.
to be there in the first
Yeah.
place, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so he
I was
doesn't
just
critique
curious.
unless
Yeah.
someone personally asks him, to watch the match and critique. But he just kind of keeps his 2 cents to himself. He's a quiet homebody at times.
Yeah. Yeah. So, tell me more about this website because it sounds really interesting. You had
Well,
a hunk of the day or something, or
yeah, hunk of the
tell me.
week.
Oh, hunk of the
Hunk of the
week.
week. Yeah. And then we did hunk of the year, because for my website, I kind of started it on AOL when
Hmm.
AOL had their little thing, and it kind of progressed all the way up to my own domain.com. And I was getting 15,000 hits a day.
That's amazing.
Like, it was crazy. I got sued. Well, I was threatened to be sued by the WWF at that time. Still got the paperwork in my boxes. But I would go to wrestling matches and take at least 10 to 12 rolls of film and then go to it was Publix because I had a friend there that worked in the film department in the photography stuff. So she would develop all my pictures in 1 hour or one from 1 hour photo. And I have to go home and scan everything and get it posted on the website. But it was a process. But most of the website was geared towards the female view on wrestling, not just, oh my God, but it was more the talent. And, women would, or I can't, males or females, it didn't matter. I would just collect I did a poll on the website, and they could submit who they thought was the hunk of the week, or would deserve to win that. And I think the highest tally mark was 118 in one day votes
Oh,
for certain wrestlers, and it went on for about 2 or 3 years. And me and my late husband, moved separated for a little bit, and I missed the mail, for my bill coming in to renew my website, and I lost it because he didn't give me my mail. But ever
girl,
since
you
then,
need
it's
that
like,
website. No,
well,
too
I
much
have
work.
the new website now. Yeah, too much work, way too much work. Because I thought, once Facebook pages came out, I could move what I had saved to Facebook. And I do have it on Facebook still. It's local stuff. And you can see all the pictures, of the history that I saved. But it really wasn't as fun as it used to be. So it kind of just faded away.
Yeah. Have you ever thought
I did
about
have
doing?
one gallery. I did have
Hmm.
one gallery, since, there's Women's View, Hunk of the Week, stuff like that. I had one gallery called No If Ands, Just Butts.
That's cute.
And I would be the one. I have several pictures. It's from one event with The Rock was in the ring, and I had front row, and I had a couple girlfriends join me, and they were all screaming like maniacs. Oh my God, it's The Rock. And I kind of screamed one of our things we say in Hawaii, the chee-hoo, and he turned and he looked in my direction. I smiled. He threw me the shaka, and they're like, "Oh my God!" And he's bending over, and I have all these like sequence of pictures, like 20 of them, in slow motion. If I put them together, I can turn it into a cartoon. So
That's
it's,
great.
it was
Um,
fun.
Speaking of which, how do you think? I mean, I think um, women make up about 30% of wrestling fans, right? What
Hmm.
do you think they need to do, the different promotions, to get more women wrestling fans? You know? I mean, do you
I
think,
never
what
thought of
is it?
that. I mean, I never thought of that. But looking back on the history, I mean, from bras and panty matches to where the athletes are now, this is
Yes,
like, if the women aren't watching just to support the other women,
right.
there's nothing else they can do, because these ladies are putting their bodies on the line and doing more than they should. I mean, some of them do more than the men do. So,
They do. And some of
mhm,
them, I mean, they are true athletes. Like Bianca Belair, she was a power lifter, and
mhm,
Tiffany Stratton was a gymnast. I mean, they're not doing bra and panty anymore. Although they do have a
right.
lot of wardrobe malfunctions, unfortunately. But that's,
Yeah.
but they black those out.
Oops. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna
Yeah.
happen,
Back in the
right?
day, yep. I mean, we got more parts to cover than guys do. So
Yeah,
something's going to fall. Something's going to sneak out, little jump, peek. Like
yeah,
that.
yeah. I mean, what? It's just a body part, right? So
Yeah.
So you kind of grew up around the business, but I was just curious
Hmm.
because doing these podcasts and things, I've kind of learned from some of my friends that are wrestlers, it's a pretty rough business, like behind the scenes. Like you have to be really careful. I mean, not to,
Right.
put anybody down. I mean, did Marty kind of, toughen you up, like, or did you already know that, this is a tough business? Like just
Mhm. I pretty much stay
you already
out of
knew.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I already knew
Just
it was a disaster, and, very, very complicated. So it's like, when it comes to business, that's all him. I'm I'm out. I'll
yeah.
pass the messages along, but that's about it.
Right. Right. I mean, people are always reminding me. It's like, you know, just be careful because they think I'm
Hmm.
kind of naive, a little bit. And not
Right.
that there's anything wrong with the business, just I don't have the mind for it,
Right.
necessarily. Like I guess I could
Okay.
learn it. I'm not trying to be in the wrestling business, but I just know they think very differently than just like a regular business. It is a business, but I think it's a little tougher like to get into and to kind of survive in. And I just didn't know. I know Marty's seen it all, right? So
Right.
I was just curious, but
No, but
um
as far as any conditioning or anything, no, it's what you see is what you get.
um so what's your favorite way to relax when you guys get home?
I
What do you
usually
do?
don't even laugh. I'm going to bring it up and show you.
Okay, let
Um,
me see.
I usually play a game, and mind you, I don't watch wrestling, but I mean, I do every once in a while. But there's this wonderful app that came out 10.5 years ago called WWE Supercard.
Okay, I looked at
And
that. It seemed complicated.
I have been playing it for 10.5 years. My
Are
deck is stacked.
I kind of looked into it when you had mentioned that to me, and I was like, what is that? I'm gonna have to learn it. But when I was first reading it, I was like,
It's
this
not
sounds too
hard.
no?
It's not hard at all. It's basically Marty laughs at me because he's like, "What are you doing? Tapping your phone again?" And my kids called it tap tap. Mom's playing tap tap because it's pretty much just all you do. You select your card that you want to fight or be in the match, and just tap the screen to make it hurry up. That's all. And whatever stats is on your card, girl, don't even get me started. Let me put this away because this is going to derail the whole podcast.
No, it's okay. We can do anything we want. It's our podcast. We can do it.
Yeah,
Um,
but
uh, uh,
I'm really addicted to that game. I have two phones. Both phones has been installed in two different accounts, and I play it 24/7. If
okay.
I could play it anywhere.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna.
Okay.
So what have you guys been up to? I know you've been traveling a lot, doing a lot of
Hmm.
signings and things. What have you got
Yep.
coming up?
Coming up right now for him, we don't have anything scheduled or other than, when he goes to Europe or England or whatever it is next year. But right now, we're more focused on his health. So we kind of push back on some bookings.
Just
Um,
taking it
but I
easy.
myself, I do markets, little fairs, craft fairs and stuff. I do have four events coming up. Well, one, two, three events coming up. I have one this month in Columbus, Georgia, at the Peachtree Mall. They're going to have an indoor craft market and vendor market, and then I'm in Midland, Georgia, the following weekend, and December 13th and 4th or 12th and 13th. I don't remember December something. I'll be in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and I asked Marty if he would like to join me. You know, just to keep me company, and I can bring some 8x10s and he can sign it, if he wants to work. But I was like, seeing how I'm going to be driving 3.5 hours, I would like some company, and I'm going to be
Yeah,
leaving there at 8 o'clock at night. So I'm waiting for his decision. He's kind of weighing his options, especially with, his health and the condition it is. So one
yeah,
day at a time.
yep. So I heard the Grinch is making an appearance. Is that at the Midland?
Oh, yes, Midland and even in the Columbus Peachtree Mall.
You're gonna dress
$5
as the
minimum
Grinch.
purchase. Yes, ma'am. If you look on my Facebook, I have multiple pictures of me dressed as the Grinch. I usually dress up on Black Friday and not even try to go shopping or nothing, just to people watch. I'll dress up as the Grinch and walk through Walmart because, of course, everybody expects crazies at Walmart, right? So I'll dress up as the Grinch and usually take one of my kids. Well, now they're grown. I take my oldest granddaughter. She's 8 years old, and the Grinch mask is very hard to see out of.
Yeah,
So I
that's
hold her hand and she kind of guides me where I'm going. And then because I can't see her, she just squeezes my hand. She's like, Mima, they want to take a picture. I was like, okay, and I'm just following her lead as to where these people are because I can't see nothing. So
yeah.
I'll take a picture and it's so cute. I think she was like 7 years old. last year, and she was trying so hard. The people were trying to do a selfie, and they couldn't get both of us in the screen for whatever. And I said, um, Allie, you want to take a picture for me, Ma? She's like, yeah. So that poor person has, I mean, we're two adults standing up and a little 7-year old trying, looking up, trying to take a picture with their phone. It was adorable.
That sounds cute.
She's the light of my life, both my grandkids.
Oh. So your daughter does your makeup, right? Is she a professional
Yes.
makeup artist?
No, she learned from
She just
scratch from
knows how to do
YouTube
it.
videos. She
I
lived
was
on YouTube.
curious. Yeah, I didn't
Her
know if she
makeup
has a
is
website or
beautiful. Mm-mm.
she doesn't make appointments and do glam for people and things like that.
Nope. I
No,
told her she needs to do that because she would make a lot of money.
yes, she
But
would.
especially now that she had my youngest daughter, who's 6.5, yeah, her youngest daughter's 6.5 months old, Stella. So she's kind of being a mom, doing her job, taking every day one day at a time.
Yeah, yeah. So when you go to these craft fairs and things, are you selling your
Hmm.
jewelry? Is that mostly what you're selling, or
Yes,
do you other
yes.
crafts?
Um, a few years ago, about 3 or 4 years ago, when my late husband passed away, I needed a hobby to keep me company, keep me busy because without him there, I was driving my kids crazy. So, because they all lived at home during that time. And I started, my youngest daughter got me into K pop music.
Mm-hmm.
And I started going to concerts, and these K pop concerts are wild because the fans, it's, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just pretty amazing the fanfare with these K-pop groups like BTS. Um, I flew to Las Vegas to see them a few years ago when they were in Las Vegas, and I had so much fun the first 2 nights. They had 2 weekend concerts back to back, and I flew back home, back to Georgia. Told my youngest daughter, "You need to come with me next time." She said, "Mom, I'm on spring break." Immediately booked 2 flights and got more tickets to go to the next concert the following week. So we got to see BTS for 4 different concerts within 2 weeks, and I got to drag my 17-year-old, no, 18-year-old to Las Vegas with me. She's a wild child herself. So I took her to um, Thunder from Down Under.
Uh-huh. Oh my
She had
goodness.
a great time. She had a great time because they just said, I mean, she can come in because she's 18, but she can't drink. Of course, she can't drink. I'm not even going to let her drink. But she had a grand time. She could not believe, all just the doors were open for her to see what adults do when they cut up. And whew, she had a blast. And then I took her to a women's club. And we were making it rain because, these girls have talent. I was giving them credit where credit was due. Um, Gave her a stack of 100 ones, and she just stood up on the stage and just made it rain. Las
You know,
Vegas is crazy.
it is crazy, but you know what? I think that it's really good for to raise your kids to not be afraid of the
Mhm.
human body, to
Right.
appreciate the human body
Exactly.
and not be intimidated by it or something. Growing
Hmm.
up, well, you grew up in Hawaii, I grew up in Florida. Bodies just don't bother me. Anybody could walk
Right.
in with hardly anything on, and it's like they're at the
Right.
grocery store, and it doesn't bother
Hmm.
me. So that's good. I'm glad, that your kids are comfortable with that sort of thing.
Right.
I think that's a healthy way to be, really. It's a beautiful, the human body is a beautiful thing, right?
Yep.
You just,
Now all the kids are grown up and moved out and got their own families, and it's like, wow, I did pretty good.
yeah, I'll
My
bet you
kids are
did.
still alive. I didn't kill them.
That's awesome. So, what's going on with Marty's podcast?
We're
What's
just taking a
new?
hiatus.
Yeah.
Um, I kind of made, well, I can't say I made, but I did an AI um, song for
That's
his
awesome.
podcast. So whenever it reboots, we'll get around to recording. We'll have the new soundtrack, if you will, for the podcast. I think we're probably going to put up a poll to see which of the three songs, they prefer. We got Midnight Mayhem, Dropkick Dynasty, and all kind of other songs. We just had so much fun with it, making it.
Now, what did
But
you
as far
use to,
as, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, did you use like, I have an app that I like called Easy Peasy AI. I don't know. I know there are a bunch out there, but
This one is called Marika.
Marika, I have to check that out.
Yeah, Mureka. And let me see if I can. Nope, I can't. Oh, I don't have my glasses on. Oh, that's Dropkick Dynasty.
Are you playing your game?
No, I'm trying to. Oh, yeah. Like, there's the Midnight Mayhem.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I was trying to, because I made those AI songs. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted.
Oh, it's okay. Let me see. I've got so many notes. I've got so many questions to ask you.
What you got? What you got? I'm
I
ready.
don't know. Let's see. Um, asked you about oh, to ask asked you about your bracelets. Well,
Hmm.
here's one. What would you say is the key to making a relationship work with a wrestling superstar like Mr.
Oh,
Janetti?
understanding, definitely, because there's more to just that persona than just what you see on TV or what you hear about on the internet. There's a lot. There's a lot of factors, but patience, understanding, um, a lot of patience. Yeah, patience has to be the number one
It sounds like you're
because
such a cool, laid back person. I mean,
I kind of tell my kids and Marty, like when he gets mad at me, not mad at me, but frustrated at, everybody has their ups and downs. And I'm like, I'll just blurt out, Hakuna Matata. He just looks at me like, the hell's wrong with you? Because my kids were born on Disney. My mom bought us Disney VHS tapes. Every grandchild or every house had a VHS tape of Disney. Whenever Disney releases a new one, my mom would go out and buy it and share it with the grandkids. But, Lion King, Finding Nemo, Lilo and Stitch, a lot of my commentary, just randomness, I'll just blurt out, mine for like
right. The seagulls.
Nemo, those seagulls,
Right.
And there's a lot of stuff like Goofy movie. Um, a lot of it has revolved around Disney cartoon movies and stuff. And he doesn't quite grasp it, understand, and I'll put the movie on for him, and he's like, "Oh, that's what you were talking about." I'm like, "Yes, I'm not crazy. It's okay. I'm not crazy. It just
That
reminds me of happier times."
that's one thing I miss about our kids being young is because we were excuse me, every weekend we were going to something Shrek or
Hmm.
like you said, Nemo, or there was one that the kids loved called Flushed Away, and it had Hugh
Oh, I didn't
Jackman.
see
Was
that one.
It's about these mice that got flushed down into the sewer or something. It sounds terrible, but it's a really
I'll
cute
have to look it
cartoon.
up.
Yeah. And we watched so many of those in SpongeBob, so much
Oh
SpongeBob and Jimmy
yes, SpongeBob.
Neutron.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Um,
I'm ready.
and I mean, I think I might have enjoyed it. Like, even though I thought we
Hmm.
were just entertaining the kids, they say those are
You're
meant for
entertaining
adults.
yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's really cool that you're into
Yeah.
that.
I
Um,
love me cartoons and just being a kid. What's crazy is on Marty's wrist it says never grow up. He has a tattoo. But I just love cartoons because it reminds me of my kids and, the happier times. And now they're not here. They're all grown up. My oldest is going to be 30. Well, she is 34 now. And my second daughter's 31, and my youngest just turned 22. So it's like, they're like,
That's about
Mom,
like
I'm not
us.
a baby. You can't watch that anymore. I'm like, yes, I can. Watch me.
That's cute.
So I'm happy the grandkids came around because if I knew grandkids were this much fun, I would have, told the kids go ahead and bang them out and have it in high school so I can help out more and have more time to spend with the grandkids.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, they say, it's like it's nice because you can spoil them rotten and just have fun with them and then
And send them home.
and send them home.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
know. I
Yes,
know.
ma'am.
I know. So we talk a little bit about when you first got together with Marty, when you first married Marty.
Mhm.
You had mentioned that Missy was one of the ones that reached out to you and really befriended you, and you guys
Right.
have been friends for a couple of years now.
Yes.
Were there other people? I mean, did you feel like you were welcomed and included into
Mhm.
the family? Yeah,
Yeah, like Road Warrior Animal's wife, Kim, she's very sweet and loving and, made a valid attempt to get to know me and stuff. She's a really sweet lady. Um, but Missy and I have been close throughout it all. Yeah, Missy's awesome. Like she got in touch with me. Well, I got in touch with her because of course, Marty and the internet. He posted something that everybody was kind of worried about, and the police were sent over here for a welfare check. And I opened the door and I'm like, "What's wrong with y'all? Why are you here?" And Missy had posted something that I saw. So I kind of pinged her. I said, "Marty's fine. He's not alone. You don't
yeah,
send any more police over here because he's fine. He's not crazy. He's not doing anything. He's fine. Just calm down." And we started to talk more and more. And she's a really cool chick. I like her.
yeah. That's
She's
how she comes
made me
across.
feel really welcome. Yeah.
That's really cool. I have a question. It's not related to
Yes.
anything about Dark Side. We're not going there. We're not going to touch it. We're not.
Okay.
But I'm curious because Marty had one, but Marty was on an episode. Do they
Hmm.
let you watch it before and they release it? Because
I don't know. I
sometimes
wasn't in the
there's
picture.
yeah, I'm just
I,
curious because you know, I just
I
feel
don't
like
think so.
sometimes no. See, I
I don't
don't
think so.
that show I think crosses a few lines. I think well, for one thing, when it first started, it was stories that we already knew. It was about like
Hmm.
Randy and Miss Elizabeth and things like that. And I think nowadays, I mean, to each their own. If you love Dark Side, that's great. But to me, it's getting darker and darker and darker to the point where it's too dark for me to want to see this
Hmm.
episode. It's like they're really
Right.
trying to get more. And I was just,
Cringe worthy.
yeah, cringe is now. It's not like the
Hmm.
dark side. It's more like the cringe side. And you know, I, more power to them. If they've got a show and it's successful. But I was just curious if they let people review it before they release it because I wonder. I just
I don't
some of
know.
the
I'll have to
way.
ask him. I don't think they did. I think they just record what they have, go back to the studio and edit and put it all together. And
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
they
like I
put it
said,
together.
I came around after they already recorded that and came out. So
Well, he came across as just a wonderful guy. Who had had some tough goes here and there, but I
wild
mean,
child.
yeah, I mean, you could not love Marty watching that. But I was just curious because I'm finally talking to someone who had some experience with it, and I was wondering if they let them approve the show before they release it, or maybe that was part of the deal
Yeah.
because
Well, as far as approval, I don't think they looked for any approval because he did say that other lady that was on his show, um, nobody fact checked her. she was just running her mouth and, like certain things that she said happened really didn't happen, or things that she's remembering or talking about was saying like it's in, I don't know, Chicago. It happened in Chicago, we'll say. But Marty's like, no, that was in Colorado. Don't know what she was thinking, but nobody fact checked her. So that was one thing that
Yeah, I wonder how much
kind
they
of
fact check.
rubbed him the wrong way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you wonder if someone just, might get excited about being able to be on the camera, be able to be connected to
Mhm.
a celebrity or whatever, and maybe their memory's a little sketchy. I don't know, but I was just curious if they were able to sign off on it. I mean, I don't know.
As far as I know, I'm gonna go ahead and say no, they didn't. But I'll ask him and let him know at a later date.
Okay. To be continued. Um,
Yeah.
so tell me what else is going on. What else are you interested in? What else?
Mm. Pretty much right now is just my bracelets. Like I said, I had a hobby. I had to make a hobby after my late husband passed. And I got into beading jewelry and the K-pop stuff. They made little bracelets. So I was making bracelets and photo cards and candies and making little goodie bags, 100 bags at a time to pass out at these K-pop concerts to all the fans. And we
Oh,
would
okay.
trade cards. It was like it's just a whole new world with K-pop. I think that's why I fell in love with it, because everybody is so accepting and open, and they're just very friendly and loving. From the events that I've been to, people bring goodie bags. I wasn't the only one bringing goodie bags. Um, a lot of people bring stuff to share and trade with the other fans because it's hard to get anything K-pop. So if somebody makes a nice little bracelet or a keychain or something, they'll make bulk of it and hand it out at concerts. It's just super cool. I've never
Oh, okay.
seen anything like that ever. But I was making bracelets and photo cards and everything for the concerts. But when the concerts died down, it's like, okay, what do I do now? And I had a huge pile of bracelets. So I said, let me go and try and sell these things because I'm not just going to sit on them. So
Right.
I started going to markets and selling my bracelets. And then I got into sublimation work, where I make tumblers and cups and license plates and, oh, everything and anything, earrings, everything, sublimation I could make. And I did. Bluetooth tumbler. In fact, I made Missy a Bluetooth tumbler for Missy Mania.
Oh, that's cool. So
But
sublimation, is that where you kind of iron it on, or you put it on and it takes off a?
yeah, well, no, that sounds like cricket. The
Oh,
cricket stuff where they cut the vinyl and they
yeah.
press it on. But
Yeah.
sublimation, you actually print it out with
Okay.
sublimation ink and whatnot. You print out your design. You can iron it on T-shirts. You can put it on tumblers, any type of blanks, earrings. I even had dog tags, baby bibs, socks. I had so much stuff that I bought for my small business. And then when I started hanging around with Marty, it's kind of my priorities changed. It's like I don't need to go to market every weekend because I have company now. We can hang out and talk story and have fun. And I wouldn't have to go to market and, put up my tent or my canopy tables. And it was a lot of hard work, but it was like a nice even trade. So I stopped going to markets, but then I started going back to markets. But I did sell a lot of my stuff from my small business. So what I'll be selling, next, well, later this month will just primarily be my bracelets because that's one thing that I'm holding on to. I refuse to get rid of my beads and all my
They are
bracelet and jewelry
gorgeous.
making. Thank you. Thank you.
How
But
can
yeah, I
how can
posted.
people buy them?
They can go to martyjannetty.com, click on shop, and you should be able to select whatever filter you're looking for, whether it be bracelets, autographs, title belts, whatever you want. We have it on the website.
Okay, that's great. Well,
But
Addie, it's been such a pleasure talking with you. I know you must be exhausted. You've had such a busy day. I hope
yeah,
we can get
it was
together
a
and do
busy
this
day.
again.
Oh, absolutely. I look forward to it. Thank you so much for having me. It's so
It's
nice
been,
meeting you. And you're so much more prettier in person than
oh,
you see
please,
on the
so are
internet.
you. So are you. Oh my gosh, this has been so
Awesome.
much fun. So please, let's get together again sometime, and
Absolutely.
I'll look forward to it. And I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. You too. Mwah. Kisses.
Mwah. Kisses. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Clearwater's grown, little girl next door, decked out in her Adidas and fur. On the front row, she's the queen, yelling loud in the whole arena. Mascara smudged, her voice is raw. She's the coolest smart mark you ever saw. Clearwater fangirl, she's got the views, spilling the tea on the wrestling news. She's in the front row, she's on the floor. She's got her ear to the backstage door. Clearwater fangirl, give us some more. Sequin shimmer under neon lights. The grit, the sweat, the rise, the fight. She loves the craft, the art, the sell. But some things she'll never tell.